Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today. My name is Melrose, and I'm here to share your daily aspects. I made a mistake in today's program, so I'm just going to go ahead and correct it up front. The full moon today is at 5:38 Central Standard Time. Not 5:38. 5:08. It culminates at 5:08 Central Standard Time today. I said 6:08 in the episode. Really, though, we're celebrating the full moon all day today, so full moon in Cancer, take some time to celebrate among people that you care about. Take some time to nurture those relationships, and also to nurture, refresh, and renew your own body. Okay, let's get into these aspects. Today is Friday, January 6, 2023. The sun is here in the land of Capricorn, along with planets Mercury and Pluto. One way of looking at the work we do to create structure and support in our lives is that it's about solving a problem. Whether that problem is about raising our personal standard of living, maintaining or improving our relative physical well-being, finding protection within the larger networks and structures like governments, industries, and corporations. This is the time of year when we initiate labor within those constructs, making plans with an intention to reach a measurable, tangible, and positive outcome for ourselves. Saturn rules Capricorn, and Saturn has been here in the land of Aquarius for most of the last 3 years, turning our attention to the community and the collective in terms of how we create security. In other words, what we start now begins with an intention to protect and sustain the lives of many in safety. I encourage you to check on what you're working on. Does your security and well-being contribute to the safety and well-being of others? In answering this question, those of us who find ourselves sort of set adrift or aimless at this time may actually find the beginnings of a path forward. The full moon today culminates in Cancer this afternoon. Cancer is the opposite sign to Capricorn, and this is the nature of the full moon, that the sun sits 180 degrees across the sky from the moon, so that you can see the moon rise when the sun is setting, and so that the light from the sun is fully reflected from one side of the moon, from the one side of the moon that we can see. We like to think of opposites as being in conflict with one another, but duality goes deeper than that. By embodying both the outer life characteristics of Capricorn, dispassionate, work-driven, often uncompromising in its trajectory forward, and the inner life characteristics of Cancer, emotional, care-driven, and often uncompromising in its defense of its home space where it likes to stay put, a balance can be struck where we remember to be dispassionate in business, but in touch with our emotional attachments at home where caring counts, where we can be committed to progress while maintaining a safe place of retreat. These are just some things to think about as we observe the full moon. The sense of wholeness that comes with embracing our own dichotomies is truly something to celebrate. Cardinal Earth and Cardinal Water friends, cardinal signs initiate. This is the first of the 3 full moons during winter's season. Traditionally, we would be indoors at this time of year having fewer agricultural duties, yet we would not be hibernating. There is work yet to be done, problems to be solved, agendas to be set for the coming seasons based on our experience of what has passed. And today we have just a couple of aspects. We begin on the moon side of the page where we think about how it feels to be us and who we are when we're at home among the people we keep close. At 8:15 this morning, that's Central Standard Time, friends, moon crosses the border into the land of Cancer. So it started out in Gemini very early. But at 8:15 this morning, it crosses the border into the land of Cancer. Moon rules the land of Cancer, and both influence our private, physical, and emotional experience. So it's a good time to show care by creating a nutritious meal for our family, or to attend, celebrate, and refresh our own bodies with good hydration, a cleansing shower or bath, or a dip in the hot tub. You get the picture. And then at 7:36 tonight, Moon finds itself in opposition to Mercury. Well, of course, Mercury and the Sun are essentially conjunct. Cancer, Gemini, and Virgo friends, This aspect seems to emphasize the duality of Capricorn versus Cancer. Our rational, practical minds exist at a distance from our emotional and attached hearts. It can be hard to reconcile the two. The guidance is to focus more on the emotional side and use those practical Mercury vibes to catch up with someone that you care about. And this brings us to the sun side of the page, where we think about our sense of purpose in life and how we show up in the world outside our homes. Even on the sun side today, we're dealing with a lunar aspect. At 6:08 this evening, the sun will be opposite to the moon, indicating the culmination of the full moon and the turning point in our creative cycle, where we pause to celebrate what we've done before moving into the part of the cycle that's about decrease. Shout out to Leo and Cancer here. Leo and Cancer. It's more complex today, though, than a simple full moon, which is loaded with enough excitement. Sun is conjunct to Mercury here, intensifying the effect of Mercury's retrograde in the work, social, and civic sectors of our lives. So add Gemini and Virgo to the mix. Schedules and plans can change in an instant. Our ways of getting around might actually be slowing us down. Impatience and struggle with the technologies we use to communicate can arise. Furthermore, Chiron is sitting at 90 degrees, here it is, to both ends of this full moon opposition, reminding us of the conflicts we do seek to resolve, especially between our motivation to give of ourselves and get ahead in the world and our desire to care for ourselves and maintain a safe retreat. With all of that said, any spell work or ritual I do under the light of this full moon will start with a lot of gratitude for and celebration of what I've been able to accomplish this past month, especially considering the influence of these retrogrades that tend to stymie initiative and slow us down. I would also ask for illumination regarding any conflicts or disagreements I'm having, whether internal or external, and then I would talk to someone about it whose guidance I value for the sake of getting perspective on the problem that is not strictly my own. Tomorrow, on the waning side of this full moon, will be the time to consider the guidance we have received and begin setting intentions specifically to release anything about our own person that is keeping us from finding resolution in those problems. Coming up tomorrow, Sun will be conjunct to Mercury fully retrograde, and that's here to challenge us with some amplified retrograde fun again in the outer life. This Sunday, Mercury trine Uranus will be inviting us to be more flexible in our plans and communications. And then the third quarter moon in Libra next Saturday represents a turn in the decrease side of our creative cycle, from planning to doing. And that's it for today's astrology, friends. Thank you for tuning in. For the second half of this vlog, where we seek further insight from Tarot, please check out my other channel, Astrology Today and Tarot with Melrose. The link is in the description. I appreciate you all so much for being here. My love and gratitude go out to each and every one of you, and I will see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today.